Hello, gorgeous people. So, I am going to look at another aspect that just changed and is going to be around for a long time, and that is Neptune moving into Aries. Now, Neptune moving into Aries is going to happen January 26th of 2026 until March of 2039. Neptune is the planet of dreams. It is the planet of the unconscious. So think of your unconscious mind has been in this dreamy state of sources showing me an image of a child in a womb, feeling very contained in its dream world. And we've been in that energy of creating and manifesting and making sure that we take care of other people's emotions in a way that is considerate. Being conscious of how a lot of our lives probably are reflected back to our childhood wounds, and trying to find ways to help others process those feelings in a container of safety and consciousness, and allowing people to understand that it's okay for them to not be perfect, right? And this is the energy in which Neptune has been living, in the subconscious, of knowing that the subconscious creates the conscious and the awareness of that. But we're having a complete shift in that energy, and the shift is action oriented. We've been living in this energy of, you have every right to be in a place of tending to your emotions, tending to the undercurrent feeling of your emotions. And when Neptune moves into Aries, people are going to be like, okay, we went ahead and put you in therapy, but what are you doing with therapy? What are you doing with with those unhealed wounds? What are you doing, and what did it teach you in order to take action into your life and become a warrior in your consciousness, in your decisions? People are going to be very impatient with people doing something about it, right? Aries is impatient. They're like, okay, but what are you going to do about it? They'll listen to your story. They'll listen to what part of you needed to come to this consciousness, but then they're going to make you accountable for changing and shifting your consciousness in an action-oriented, very male-oriented energy. So imagine we've been sitting in this cocoon of people having patience energetically. And listen, on a collective, think of how this looks to change, giving people an opportunity to change in government, and people having an impatience with things not changing for the better, right? Like, this is going to create this combustible energy of anger and frustration of things that we feel need to change. Revolutions happen in this energy, the energy of recognizing that if nothing changes, nothing changes, and the impatience to wait for people or coddle them in the process of change is Neptune moving into Aries. I think that the thing about the 3-tier rule will be applicable, i.e., you're aware of it, you've had a moment to experience what needs to change, and then the change, and it will be a very short fuse in regards to that. So I see that when Neptune moves into Aries here on January 26th and moving forward, that relationships that have been on the fence about staying together or not staying together are going to shift to, did you make the change? And if the change is not possible or it's not being taken to the next level, people are just going to be like, I can't sit in this energy of complacency, non-shifts, and they will bow out. They'll be like, it's okay. It's not, it has nothing to do with you not choosing me. It's me not choosing something that no longer fits in the evolution of me growing. This energy is about either you're growing or you're out. It's very clear and concise about who is capable and who is incapable. Now, those that are Pisces, the energy of Pisces is going to experience the shift the most because Neptune lives in a very comfortable place in Pisces, right? And Neptune is ruled by Pisces. And so if you are Pisces, when this moves out of your sign, you're going to find that certain people are going to be impatient with your process because the energy has completely shifted from having patience with that energy. So people are going to be very, like, think of it this way, like everybody has really enjoyed the party at somebody's house and nobody wants to be at that house anymore. They want to be at the house that is completely the opposite. And the person that has had all of this energy of having people be comfortable in their way of doing things are the people that are going to have the most feeling of abandonment or energy pull away, right? So if you have Pisces placements, let's say in the moon sign, in the sun sign, in the Venus or Mars signs, in those placements in your life is where you're going to feel as if people have less patience with your process. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to cut you out of their life. They're just going to want to know very specifically what you're going to do about it. What you're going to do about it, right? So if you're telling the same story and wanting the same kind of emotional acknowledgement for your process, the energy of Aries is, I heard your process, but what you going to do about it? The action behind it is the most important thing for Aries. What action regarding your dreams, Neptune, your subconscious fears, your unhealed wounding, intuition, what are you going to do about these subjects that this energy rules, right? This is about listening to your intuition the first time. This is about following your dreams and taking actions towards them. This is about collectively, cutting off the people that get off on being energy vampires. This is really about people calling unbalanced emotional snakes out of the grass. And I, for one, am excited to see how much of the collective follows their dreams unabashedly, unexcusably, and unapologetically. It's really an energy of a lot of people following through with things that they've been thinking of doing, been on the fence about doing, not having the courage to do. Neptune in Aries has us doing very dreamy things in a very big way, unapologetic way, and recognizing that every obstacle in our life is there so that we level up. So Neptune in Aries has most of us leveling up in things that we never had the courage to do because we were waiting for the right emotional feeling to hit us. And feeling ready isn't something that you'll feel because it's a decision. And Neptune in Aries is making a choice, to make a choice, to make a change. So hopefully this helped you. I'm Nety, I guide, and if you want more of this content, make sure that you like this video and follow along. I'll talk to you soon.